It's our confidence that helps us overcome imposter syndrome. Many professional women struggle with imposter syndrome, or as I like to call it, stinking thinking, where we feel like we don't belong or that we're not good enough. Developing confidence can help us overcome those feelings and recognize our own worth and our ability. It's time we shake off that stinking thinking. And that's the reason why I've put together my exclusive journal to help us cultivate our confidence. You see, this journal was created by me and curated by me with you in mind. It's available right now on the I'm the Good Thing website. So check it out at imthegoodthing.com so that you can learn more about how to cultivate your confidence. Well, welcome once again to I'm the Good Thing, the podcast. Now, this is the place where we unpack life wisdom. We pray, we affirm, and most of all, we discover our true beauty, our worth, and our power. I'm Denise Taylor, and I'm all about helping women build a life they love. And that begins with us believing everything good about who God created us to be. Now, I help women break through everything standing in their way, get what they secretly want, and prioritize themselves, their success, and their happiness. I want you to know you can be your own priority. Now, this is the place where we get energized in a God kind of way as we see ourselves the way God sees us. And let me tell you, sis, you are good. So today's life wisdom is this. Perhaps what you're frustrated about is protection. And as I read that, I chuckled to myself because the thought that immediately came to mind was, we are so spoiled. We want our way. We want it how we want it, when we want it, all of the things. We are not comfortable getting it some other way than the way that we desire. And so when I think about running into the constraints of protection, it feels like it's harnessing us and not allowing us to have the freedom to do what it is that we want to do. But here's the thing. The sovereignty of God is in place to make sure that we truly don't run out of bounds. You see, while there's limitations of man, there's also loving limitations that God has set forth for us to make sure that we stay safe. The undergirding perspective of protection is to ensure safety. It makes me think a lot about when you're raising children and they start to get mobile, whether they're crawling or learning to walk. Sometimes you will put up gates so that they do not go into areas where there are things that can harm them. And so, while the gate seems like a prison to the child, for the person who has the oversight, it is protection that is lovingly put in place to ensure their safety. And much in the same perspective, that is how God has set up parameters for us too. And so sometimes when we bump into the thing not going well, or we bump into the relationship not lasting, or we bump into all of these circumstances that don't feel good to us because they don't go our way, the truth of the matter is it could be protection to keep us safe, to lovingly make sure that we don't teeter into harm. And so here's what I want you to do is to really begin to ask God for discernment. As you are navigating through and you're running into headwinds and it seems like things are not manifesting as easily as you perceive they should, instead of trying to ramrod your way through, take a beat and ask God for revelation. You see, the thing about him is he is sure to share with you the discerning qualities of why things are going the way that they are. But many times we don't slow down. We have it in our mind how we want it to go, what we want to have happen, that we leave his guiding perspective out. And even though we don't consult him, just like mom puts up the gate to ensure the child does not go into dangerous territory, God brings forth protection to ensure that we can stay the course safely. And so if you're struggling in this moment to understand some situation or some circumstance that you are facing, ask God for discernment. Ask him to reveal to you what's really going on. And here's the thing that I love about him. He is faithful when it comes to you. He will answer you if you ask. Just make sure you sit still and hear his response. Thanks for connecting with me today. If this was a help to you, apply what stood out most to your life. Now, if you're ready to make yourself a priority, get what you secretly want, and experience success on your own terms, I invite you to book a call with me. You can access my calendar at www.callwithdenise.live to see how I can help. Now, be sure to subscribe so you can meet me here next time and share this with someone else. Keep seeing yourself the way God sees you. After all, you are the good thing. And check out I'mTheGoodThing.com for all sorts of good stuff. And I'll see you next time.